I'm not dead yet. Okay, wow, we made it through that horde wave. Let the record show. I'm like, my heart is definitely ready to go, right? We're gonna have to, all right, deep breath here. Let's do this. No items. Good morning, good evening, and of course, a good afternoon. Today, we're gonna be doing a D5 challenge run, beating Brotato without buying a single item. That's right, a Brotato run with not an item. We're not gonna buy any items. We're not gonna take any items from crates either. We're gonna clear D5 without a single item other than our weapons, and of course, the item that we start with on this character, the piggy bank. So this is gonna require a little bit of careful mechanic manipulation, but I do believe it to very much be possible, as again, we will be playing the saver character, which gets the starting piggy bank as well as the percent damage bonus based on how many materials they have. Most importantly, we're going to be using laser guns along with that percent damage, as well as the massive amount of damage that laser guns have in order to handle the bosses and elites. And until then, it's really going to be about surviving. I think this is going to be pretty darn difficult. I'm excited to see if we can pull it off. I'm going to be very, very much judicious about my upgrades, as I'm going to be attempting to go into, I was hoping shotguns as well as laser guns. Now, laser guns have very good base damage, and they'll help us handle a lot of the challenges we're going to run into. However, we need to be able to clear hordes of enemies, and I do think the shotguns will be a good candidate for that, as shotguns have really, really strong base damage, especially when we get them all the way to legendary, meaning something with only 5 or 6 range damage will fire 6 times and have an amazing way that they will work with that percent damage scaling. So I do think shotguns and laser guns are going to be kind of the key to this. And I'm really, I mean really going to be greedy about finding range damage, because that's essentially going to be the only source of like damage scaling we're going to get in this game, other than our percent damage scaling off of saver. So we're really going to be hunting down those ranged upgrades as well. I also apologize in advance. I will probably not crack as many jokes nor commentate as much as I normally do this run, as this will require some really deft playing, as in there's going to be a couple of difficult ways we're essentially going to have to play them perfectly with relatively low room for error, as we're not going to have amazing attack speed. We're going to really have no items to sort of round out the edges of our character build here. So we're really going to have to kind of do this with a high degree of precision. I do like attack speed, and again, I really like that range damage. We'll toss one reroll here, and I am very much happy to see our first shotgun. Shotguns are definitely part of the strategy that we do want to utilize. I think 1 or 2 legendary laser guns, 1 or 2 legendary shotguns, with the rest of the weapons being, whatever, shredders will be all right, is going to be the key here. And again, the goal here and how we're going to pull this off is by relying on that laser gun to take care of the bosses. We're not going to be able to accrue enough stats through items to survive, like tanking the bosses. So we're going to want to kill them quickly. And I think the laser gun is going to be the key to getting there. Waves, I think 10 through 18 are going to be really, really challenging, but we will see if we can pull it off, as we do our no items. That's right, no items at all, other than, of course, the piggy bank, which we start with. We'll toss a reroll here and keep getting that range damage up. I'll do 1 reroll. Don't love any of these, so we're going to start letting that interest on saver go to work here on the wave 6, as I was pretty aggressive buying items early, but we're going to kind of slow that roll. And by items, I mean buying weapons. Obviously, we're not buying items here. Again, that massive base damage with the laser gun with Saber's mechanic is going to do a great job in helping us scale. Again, we're going to be the most austere saver that ever did exist. We are entering a period of austerity. We are not spending, we are saving. And this is going to be the ultimate saver. There will be no saver that has been more judicious with their money than us. That said, it's not going to necessarily be easy, because we don't have a ton of items. We're not going to really be able to scale our economy, nor are we going to be able to efficiently clear the map as well as if we were buying items. So I assure you, a challenge this certainly will be. Love that early range damage. We're really given a lot of shredders here, but I will combine those 2 shredders. We'll buy a shotgun. We'll combine that shotgun, and we will buy another shredder. Spending down a little more money than I would have liked here, as we do want to get that interest going, but I am pretty happy with, some shredders. I wouldn't mind having 1 legendary at the end. That will really help us with our clear, but we'll kind of play it by ear. I do hope we're able to get these laser guns upgraded before we get a little deeper into the game. In the meantime, we will attempt to, get through wave 7 first, which is not necessarily going to be easy by any means. That said, we do have good single target damage, so that one elite that did spawn, or the one slasher did spawn, we're able to handle okay. Now, again, you might be saying, well, why aren't you saving your money yet? Why aren't you, why are you rerolling for weapons if you're trying to get the interest going? And the reason is we just don't have the flexibility to really wait on that, right? This character operates with no items. It's such a fine knife's edge that we really need to get the offense online nice and early. We'll take a touch of armor, and again, I loved 3 range damage here. Do 1 reroll, and again, we'll sort of let that interest kind of take over from here. We should handle this way without too much of an issue, as our laser gun should do a good job taking down the bruisers. But again, while this may look like smooth sailing right now, I guarantee you this will get much harder. Starting on wave 9, truthfully, as we don't have amazing damage, we don't have amazing clear. We are at 11 range damage on wave 8, which is pretty solid for this run. But again, just saying, can we win with Saber buying no items? So far, again, it's relatively smooth sailing, but I think it's going to get relatively quick, relatively difficult, relatively quickly, and will require some serious concentration. So again, apologies in advance, because I promise you there will be points in this run where I'm essentially just staring at the screen. You'll be watching me furiously tap as my blood pressure and heart rate almost assuredly will be going up much higher this run than it ordinarily does. That said, through wave 8, so quite happy about that. And loved some more range damage. Really do like this laser gun. However, I'm confident we're going to clear wave 9 without too much of an issue. At least not issues that laser gun will help solve. So I'm going to go ahead and wait. Again, Saber's big penalty is that the items are 50% more expensive. So being able to hold on to that item, letting the interest kind of get to work, and buying it a couple waves later is not necessarily a bad thing. We will need that laser gun. We do have a wave 11 elite coming up, but I don't really need that laser gun to help clear wave 9, as laser guns are really, really good single target damage, right? They're not going to help with this wave 9 kind of horde wave. So I'd rather just let that laser gun hang in the shop for another round or two, get a little bit of interest going, and buy it when I have a little bit more money and that laser gun is comparatively cheaper. So we are able to mostly keep this wave at bay, but you can see with really limited defense, it's not necessarily an easy clear. Again, we're going to have to really start playing a little loose right now, but we will have to really play a little bit more tight, starting, I think, on wave 10. That's when this is going to be a little bit more difficult, but you can see here, wave 9, not a whole lot of issues, so I'm happy about that. I would like a coupon, and I would like a toxic sludge, but we cannot take any of those. Now we'll go ahead and take a little boost to my percent damage here. We're going into a wave 11 elite, so I'll do 1 reroll. Again, let that interest kind of pile up, and I will be buying that laser gun before we head into wave 11. That assumes we are able to beat wave 10, which is absolutely not a guarantee at this point. The real challenge is going to start starting on wave 12 and 13 when those pursuer enemy types start appearing. That is what I think is going to give this character a little bit of trouble. However, we will see what we can do here. Again, our weapons here is not particularly great. We're really relying on that percent damage that we have from Saber to carry us. And again, really going to have to be careful here as I sort of somewhat dodge around. Again, our speed is still 0, and I really think we need some speed online if we do want to do this. So we're 100% reliant on upgrades for stats. So I don't have a ton of error here as I sort of dove in there expecting to use the fruits to heal, which we did in fact need to do. So that was somewhat of an intentional play there. And I will do the same here again, kind of run through, find a little safety, and rely on the fruits to heal us on the other side of diving through those enemies. Really do like attack speed. That's the best way we're going to increase our clear on this build. And again, I'll keep getting that range damage up. We are going into a wave 11 elite, so I will buy this laser gun. I'm very happy for that, and really do like a shotgun as well. And again, I'm going to hang on to that shredder to save a little bit of money as we are fighting the rhino, who I hope we are able to take out. Again, my weapons here, rarity is a little lower than I would have liked. I don't know if we're quite in one-shot territory, but we are relatively close as I play a little loose there. But we will shape on up. We will be able to take this rhino out and hopefully get a full heal. That said, those pursuers, I don't know if they'll one-shot us, but they will definitely two-shot us. So, whew, a little bit hairy there, but man, I gotta focus up here. But wow, okay, so we're through the wave 11 elite. So we ain't, in the great words of Monty Python, I'm not dead yet. But wave 11 will hopefully be in tow. But again, because we're not able to amass a bunch of healing through items or a bunch of armor, you know, you really play this one truthfully on the edge, right? Because we don't have lifesteal, we don't have HP regen. We really are kind of playing at the fringes here. Would love, we don't need a mammoth, but I can't take it anyway because we're doing a no item challenge run. And this is what I was looking for, is really, really happy with range damage. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade that shredder. I think we'll be okay here. So with our 2 legendary shredders, or sorry, our 2 epic shredders, I'm hopeful we'll be all right here. But wave 13, when those projectile enemies, the junker, start spawning, is definitely going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Again, 0 regen, 0 lifesteal, and currently 0 speed. So I am hopeful we're able to find a couple upgrades to help us there. That said, we are at 17 range through only upgrades, which is quite good. That said, I would really, really like to get the shotgun and maybe 1 laser gun leveled up. That'll make me feel a lot better about this, as in that legendary shotgun will provide us so much clear with just the range damage we have. As I immediately take a bunch of damage there, kind of got caught in the corner, a little bit out of position. Again, positioning is very, very important in doing this, and so I need to be a little bit more mindful of that. So that was not ideal. That said, we should be able to get some fruits and get out of one-shot territory. But again, you really can get caught in bad spots in the map here because, again, we are not able to rely as much on clear that we would have, you know, on a normal character, just because of our lack of essential stats. We'll take a touch of armor just to keep that going, and really happy to get another laser gun. That's going to help quite a bit. All sorts of items I would love to take if we could take items. I'll do a little bit more of aggressive rerolling here. We are going to be heading into a wave 14 horde wave. So that does have me a little concerned, as I think this would be easiest if it was pure elites. I think this sort of challenge run would definitely be able to handle elites better than horde waves, so that just may be the end of our run. But we will, of course, see what we can do to make it through, as we're at 4 armor, which isn't bad. So we should be out of one-shot territory with 26 health, but these worms hit super, super, super hard. So really going to have to rely on our laser guns to take them out, as they do have a ton of HP, so able to kind of somewhat deftly dodge there. Able to sort of, we're really going to rely on the fact that these little potatoes and Brotato have very slippery, as I like to say, hitboxes. I'm really going to have to duck and dodge and dip and dodge, as they say in dodgeball, or something like that. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, or something like that. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. We can't take any items, so we will pass on those. Looking for something a little bit different here, like attack speed, which I think will serve us quite a bit. Don't need any of these. No weapons here. And again, really, really happy with this shotgun. Again, with 17 range damage, this legendary shotgun to 77 times 6. That's really going to help us here on wave 14, which is a horde wave. And I think this will probably be the most difficult part of this run, other than the bosses. As we were just not equipped to have a horde wave, we do have 40% attack speed, which isn't bad. But we very well may be overwhelmed by these junker enemy types here. So I'm really just hoping to survive this. This is going to be, I think, one of the more challenging waves, as we just do not have the sort of stats that allow us to have an efficient clear like we might if we, could buy items. That said, Shredder's doing good work with all that percent damage. Really just pulled off some slick dodges there, if I do say so myself. And really going to try to position myself so my shots hit absolutely the maximum amount of enemies. I'm not really concerned about picking up materials, because most of our materials will come from that interest mechanic. You can see I'm doing my best here to kind of make sure all my weapons are firing in the same direction in order to take out the most amount of enemies per shot. But there we go. Whew, we made it. That was not easy. Happy to finally upgrade that laser gun. Somewhat tempted to upgrade a shotgun there, but I will wait for something a little bit better. And again, we'll reroll, look for a couple weapons. Don't really see much, but I am happy to get that laser gun upgrade. Okay, wow, we made it through that horde wave. That said, we are certainly not out of the woods yet, as these additional waves will be pretty challenging. Again, with that junker enemy type, we can essentially get hit twice, right? Because we have no regen, no lifesteal. So we're essentially 100% relying on our very, very lowly base HP regen, which is 1 HP every 99 seconds at default. So we're relying on the sort of static HP regen in the fruits. That's really our only healing mechanic at the moment. So Margin for error is really, really low at this point. We, again, can really not take any damage. That said, our percent damage is up to a cool 235 on the back of that saver mechanic. So we shall see if we are able to do this. So far, I've not gotten a hit once on wave 15. So I'm really just focusing up here. Oh, right in between those projectiles. Ooh, wave 15 down. We'd love a bandana if I could take it. We already have enough percent damage. Really happy with that 3 range damage and some really, really good items here. So I am sort of wishing I purchased that shotgun. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I suppose we are going to move into 2 laser guns, a double-barreled shotgun, and then we'll kind of keep that there. And are instantly rewarded with another double-barreled shotgun. So this is actually a huge boon for us. As you can see, 104 times 6, and we're really going to rely on that. Would love a coupon if we can take it. But here we go. Wave 16, no items yet. Oh, man. So this is definitely cutting it close. Ooh, that said laser guns hitting. I believe I saw laser gun hit there for 803. So that laser gun is hitting hard, and we will be relying on those laser guns to carry the bulk of the damage against the bosses. That said, really happy we have those shotguns. I think with the scaling, that kind of is the best way to do good clear, right? Because the shotguns are hitting so hard, they get the additional piercing at legendary. So that will help us keep the map clear, which I think really is going to be the challenge from this point in the game, is we will have to absolutely do our best to keep the map clear and really just play carefully. I mean, we do not have much survivability at all. Would not hate another HP upgrade. I just want to make sure I'm out of one-shot territory with the bosses. So, you know, if I need to, I can kill one boss and then worry about healing up off the crates. Dodge is not good enough at this point in the game. I suppose I will take attack speed, though I don't really love it. Do love another shotgun here, so I will go ahead and combine and buy it. Do one more reroll here. Don't see it. So again, would love to be at 2 legendary pistols, potentially 3 legendary guns would be, or sorry, 3 legendary laser guns and 3 legendary shotguns would be my preferred loadout heading into the bosses in order to see if we can actually pull this off. 20 range damage, I think, is enough to do this. So I will certainly take more for a faster boss kill, so we just don't have to dodge as much. However, I would like, again, I would love like a 9 or 12 HP upgrade. Just because, again, we're sort of on the edge right now of being one shot by the boss. And I would like to have that margin for error where I'm able to sort of, you know, kill the boss, you know, take a hit, kill one of the bosses, and recover off the crate. So I do think that is possible. That said, wave 17, we're doing a solid job here. So I do feel I mean, we've had a solid run. We've had some things come together. Good weapon upgrades, really, really good ranged upgrades. Again, 20 is sort of what I was targeting by the end. So the fact, you know, we'll probably get 2 or 3 more upgrades, but really glad we have that range done. I will take the armor again, just to be sure I can take at least 1 to 2 hits before going down here. That said, we are going into a wave 18 elite, so we will see how this goes. We are fighting the monk, which is one of the elites I would rather see here, because we do actually have really good single target damage. So you can see our damage is online, about a 6-second elite kill with no items. Would like a little bit of speed, though. We still are at 0 speed. The good news is, well, 30 HP is not a lot. Ooh, whoops. Ran right into that charging guy there. So you can see, you know, we really cannot take many hits, right? Like that. The bosses are going to hit way harder than that. And that one hit took a ton of our health. So, and because we're not going to be killing as many enemies, we're not going to be able to heal nearly as efficiently off the fruits. So, it will be focus time on the bosses. That said, we're able to take that elite very, very quickly. So that's sort of my strategy during this whole run is, you know, basically get the laser guns powerful enough, like just survive to the bosses and hopefully kill the bosses before like I have to dodge too much, right? Like that's sort of my plan here. Wave 18 done. Would love a big arms, can't take it. Would love a dangerous bunny, can't take it. And I will take a little bit of speed. Very, very tempted by an obliterator here. Trying to think what the right upgrade is. I will go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and dunk the shredder and take an obliterator. I just think that's such good single target damage that I'm very much happy for that. And I think that Shredder has sort of served its purpose. That Shredder was to give us effective area damage so we could survive to the end of the game. However, we have done so, and I believe now we should be able to rely on our legendary shotguns to get us through this wave. Although that may be a little greedy, it is very possible I should have just locked that Shredder and picked it up after this wave, because I do think this will be a little bit of a challenging wave. Wave 19 is sneakily difficult when you're doing this. You know, you're cruising, you're feeling good, and then you just suddenly get overwhelmed. As a lot of Horn Bruisers, a lot of the worms, a lot of the buffed enemy types spawn, and you can take a lot of damage real quick. I will attempt to shill while doing these difficult dodges. My name is Sean. We're on a channel called Sean's Here. Been doing it for about 3 months. I am still what I consider a new YouTuber. Had a lot of channel growth. We are knocking on the door of 1,000 subscribers. So if you could just help me hit that 1,000 subscription number so I can fully unlock all of YouTube's features, which is only available to partners at 1,000, I would love you guys forever and be ever so grateful. So if you could please hit that subscribe, I would love it forever. Okay, we will buy this double-barreled shotgun. Oh man, my heart is lots of items I would like. Okay, we should be able to do this. Buy a laser gun and buy an obliterator. So I think we're in a good spot here, right? And like, let the record show. I'm like, my heart is definitely ready to go, right? We're gonna have to have some good dodges here. 433% damage. We do have a wonderful slew of weapons here. Obviously, instead of another laser gun, we have another obliterator, which will really help us demolish these bosses. We have 31 armor, or 31 health, 7 armor, meaning we can probably take 1 hit. However, we have no HP regen, no life steal, and only 6 speed. So we're really gonna have to rely on damages. But look at this, going into wave 20, no items. All right, deep breath here. Let's do this. I am just going to attempt to burst down whichever enemy I do see first. So I do not prefer to kill this enemy first, but we are able to take that out. Again, I think we will die in 1 shot, so we will have to play it relatively perfectly here. But there you go. We did it. Oh my gosh, look at that. That, my friends, that's a screenshot, right? Of banging my mic. I'm pumped about this. 1A run. No items. Not a single item purchased. In this D5 clear. Did it with Saber, obviously the piggy bank that we start with, but that obliterator coming in clutch. You can see out damaging all our weapons here. But oh my gosh, a no item D5 clear here in Brotato. Love to see that. Let's just admire that screenshot. That, my friends, is called the business. Get the glizzies, get the hot dog. It's time to celebrate. Thank you for watching. That was a ton of fun. As always, take care.